Now that we know how we can import and export data, let's go ahead and take a look at an example. We're going to look at copying and pasting data in this example. And you'll see that generally this works out pretty well, but sometimes you might have some challenges. So I'm going to go ahead and create a new spreadsheet. And the great thing about copying and pasting data is that I can find a lot of data out there without having to worry about how I'm going to import or export it. Makes it very simple. I can also use copy and paste to paste additional sections into my spreadsheet so that I don't have to necessarily worry about the whole spreadsheet. I can add individual pieces. So I'm going to go ahead and call this copy and paste example and hit enter, and now I have a title here, and I'm going to go to over to the W3 Schools browser statistics, because this is a pretty basic, simple, straightforward table, and you'll see it's very easy. If I just go ahead and click on the 2017 and then drag all the way down and across this entire table, I can then right click and select copy, and then I can come back into my spreadsheet and I can paste. I'm going to go ahead and right click and hit paste. And the nice thing about this is that if it can, it will generally copy in the formatting, and you can see here that these aren't exactly perfect numbers here, and you'll see 4.2% is not quite a percentage, but and if I hit the percent, it's not even going to fix that too well. So I might have to do a little bit of modification of the data, but it's a lot easier than having to we might have to go ahead and enter these, and now you can see that's becoming a proper percentage. It might not be perfect, but it's a lot easier than having to enter every single line, every single value line by line. So you can see if we just make a few modifications, we can fix that up pretty quickly. Now, we can also use some formulas, but we'll get into that in later videos about how we can fix this data, a little bit more rapidly. But you can see I could easily add this data in, and at least I have a pretty good picture of what this looks like. You'll notice that if we do this for any of these different tables, it's going to work mostly well. So we'll go ahead and I'll copy that by hitting Command C on my keyboard. It would be Control C if you're on Windows. And I can paste hitting Command V or Control C if I'm on Windows. Now you can see here this one didn't come in nearly as well. So we can go ahead and try pasting special. We can paste values. So sometimes when we paste the values, that's going to come in a lot more effectively, and you can see this one, it came up a lot better than when I just hit Command V. It looked like it tried to copy and paste that as text. So you might have to experiment with a few different approaches before you can actually get this the right way. And you'll notice that sometimes you're just not going to get it. So if I go over to the NFL.com's player statistics at NFL.com/stats/player, if I try to get something like passing yards, if I go ahead and try to copy this, and we'll go ahead and right click and copy, and we go back to our spreadsheet and we will paste this. If I hit Command V, well, that's not exactly what I hoped for, so that's not going to work out super well. So I can undo that. We don't like the way that looked. We'll go ahead and try to paste the values. So we'll go to paste, edit, paste special, paste values only. And that's actually not much better. So we don't really have a lot of options here. We can go ahead and paste this in. And if we need to, we can always just move cells around. So here you can see if I hover over the line of the cell, the outline, I can just move that. And this again is probably kind of tedious, but maybe better or maybe a little bit faster than trying to enter all the data yourself. So copy and paste a lot of times is going to work pretty well, but not always going to give you exactly the results you would like. In our next video, we're going to look at how you can import data via CSV, which is typically going to give you a little bit better result when you import data. Thanks for watching.